waiting at the airport. My flight's not till about 10:30, so I have a bit of time. But I decided to get here early and not have to stress about security and stuff like that. So when I'm at the airport, I like to do two things. First thing, especially when I'm flying to Ireland, is play a game called Can You Spot the Big Irish Head? If you don't know what a big Irish head is, go and Google it. It's a certain type of person in Ireland who's got what they call a big Irish head on them. It's just one of the features of our people. And so far, I've spotted 6 big Irish heads this morning. I don't think I have a big Irish head, but it's not really the type of label you can put on yourself. Someone else has to bestow you with that honour. I know my friend John has a big Irish head on him. Big, fat Irish head. I love him very dearly, but he has a big Irish head on him. If he's in any other European country, you can spot him coming a mile off. The other game you can play at the airport is how early is too early for airport points? Now, I don't really go in for airport points at the best of times because I usually have something to do when I get off at the far side. And it is 9 o'clock in the morning, and I think having a pint at 9 o'clock in the morning is a massive red flag. So I'm going to listen to my ebook. My ebook is called Just Another One... No, what's it called? It's called Just One Damn Thing After Another by a lady called Jodie Taylor. And it's about a lady called Madeleine Maxwell, who's recruited by the St. Mary's Institute of Historical Research, where she discovers that historians don't just study the past, they revisit it. I think it's like a time travel comedy type history thing. It's supposed to be quite good. So I'm going to give that a go. And then catch my plane and my ma's collecting me on the far side. So I'll see you there. That was worth waiting for.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. How are we all doing? I hope you're keeping well. I landed fine, and my mum collected me at the airport, and then we had a great old catch up and some nice food. So I think my auntie Sarah's coming over tonight. Haven't seen her in ages either. We're going to have maybe a glass of wine or two. I didn't film a huge amount today because, well, I hadn't seen my family in almost a year, so I was just catching up with them. I'm sure you can understand. I did ask my mum if she wanted to be on the vlog, but she wasn't too keen on it. Well, that's okay. I told her there was only 20 or 30 people watching it. Anyway, just out for a quick test drive in my dad's old Land Rover, because as soon as I got in the door, he collared me to do a little bit of work on it. So me and Dad started tinkering. Sure enough, I think it's all fixed and sorted. So there's no harm in taking it out for a bit of a spin just to check, because tomorrow I'm borrowing this because I needed to take you guys on a bit of a road trip. I kind of want to show you something. Anyway, if you've ever been in an old Land Rover before, it's kind of like driving a garden shed with coasters down a hill in a hurricane. See this? That's not actually doing anything. It's like vaguely attached to the wheels. You want to go right? Maybe. So if you're wondering where my love of old vehicles came from, it was my father. It was definitely my father. And then this thing, I learned how to drive in one of these. If you can learn how to drive in a 40-year-old Land Rover with a 4-speed gearbox and a split shift, no power steering, no brakes, well, and I reckon if you can learn how to drive in a Land Rover, you can learn how to drive anything. God, I love this thing. Remember, Brian, in this country, they drive on the wrong side of the road. Anyway, it's really weird being back. I don't know if you've ever gone back to the hometown where you grew up in. It's never quite the same as the way you remembered it. It feels a lot more claustrophobic, a lot more built up, a lot more people kicking about, and a lot more houses jammed in where I never thought to be able to jam in houses. So thank you for watching today's vlog. I know it was a bit of a short one, but I just like to catch up with family. Tomorrow, we're going on a road trip, and there will be pints of Guinness. Oh yes. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. I gotta pilot this thing back home in one piece. I'll see you next time.